Why do some people slip into the deep hypnosis state in the matter of seconds while others struggle? Here are the 4 conditions that have to be met in order to enter the hypnosis state. Many people think that in order to be hypnotized, they have to have some special set of skills or that they have to be hypnotizable. But if you have watched my previous videos, you know already that is a total misconception and that such thing as hypnotizability does not exist. So what really matters? Firstly, you have to want it, because as I have explained in my previous videos, there is no such thing as hypnosis, there is only self-hypnosis, so no one can force you to enter into hypnotic trance. If you don't want to enter the hypnotic state, if you don't want to follow the instructions of the hypnotherapist, or if you don't want to change anything in your life, then non-therapy will make any difference in your life. Second condition, drop the false expectations, because if you think that hypnosis is something what it's not in the reality, then you will end up disappointed. And that is why I am recording those videos, in order to explain that hypnosis is not some sort of magic, that nothing will happen out of the blue, and that you won't get stuck in the hypnosis. Third, don't be afraid of hypnosis. Fear is this factor which is keeping a lot of people on the level of the light trance, preventing them from going deeper. And that is a completely normal and natural response to something unknown, so you don't have to worry about it. It is my responsibility as a hypnotherapist to walk you past that fear by, for example, explaining what hypnosis really is and guiding you through this process. Fourth condition is your mental attitude towards the suggestions you receive, because in hypnosis you have full control over your mind, therefore you decide whether you are accepting or rejecting some suggestions which might make changes in your life. Therefore, the best attitude is something like this: I like this suggestion, I accept it with all my heart, and I know it's going to work. Because if you don't want it, you are indifferent, or that you just hope that something will happen out of the blue, then your mind will simply reject such suggestion. Check out my video about the critical function. If you have questions about any of those conditions, drop them in the comments. And if you want to understand this topic deeper and become the true owner of your own mind, then subscribe to Mind Owners and make sure to watch my video, Hypnosis Myths and Truths. Mind your mind.